Hi Gemini, welcome to your monthly reading for October 2023. The books you can see at the sides here are from the Oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. This big book that you can see in the middle is a book that I'm going to be giving away as part of a birthday giveaway. So we are in Libra season now. I've said quite often on the channel that I'm a Libra. My birthday this year is on Friday the 13th of October. And I have actually learned that Friday the 13th is a date that's associated with divine feminine energy. As you may already know, with Libra and Venus being connected to the Empress card in the tarot, that's also a lot of divine feminine energy. I also have Venus in Libra as well, so another extra dose of divine feminine energy. My 13th birthday was actually on Friday the 13th as well, and I don't usually associate that date with bad luck, but I have to say that was a very disastrous 13th birthday party. Could have been because everybody was around the age and it is an awkward age, but yeah. And my 18th birthday was also on Friday the 13th as well, so I seem to have a bit of a theme of coming into sort of womanhood on Friday the 13th, that sort of divine feminine energy type day. Anyway, if you would like this book for free, send me an email. My email address is on my About page. It's also in the description box. If no one responds, no one wants it, it will go to charity. The book, it was a book that I ordered one copy of and I was accidentally sent two by World of Books. So they did say that I could keep the extra one and give it to charity, but I'm giving it away on the channel. If I get one response, that person will automatically get the book. If I get multiple responses, then I'll probably pull a name out of a hat to say who gets it, but I'll announce that on my actual birthday on Friday the 13th. Anyway, let's get into your reading and see what comes up for you for October. We're going to begin with my favourite tarot deck, which is the Everyday Witch Tarot. And we're going to start off by getting your main theme or focal point for October 2023. So what does Gemini need to know for October? So what's your main theme for October? You are the first reading I'm recording today, and as usual, I feel like I'm always all thumbs when I first start. It's like my muscles forget how to shuffle properly. Right, so your main theme is the Ten of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups. Let's see what your energy specifically coming into October is, or what energy you'll have in October. The Hermit. Let's get a card of any external or surrounding energies that are impacting things. I don't trust that. One did land on the floor, but that did come out a bit suddenly, so let's see what else comes out. Let's try again. Okay, you have the King of Wands. Let's get any past energies that are relevant to this. Four of Swords. Current or present energies. Nope, don't trust that. Try it again. Okay. So that was the Page of Swords and, oh, the King of Swords as well. That's a bit of a progression, isn't it? Let's get any potential future energies. The World, is that, no, up. I'm getting up. It was kind of halfway in reverse, but I'm getting the word up. And then we'll get your advice, and I'm going to need to take a drink of water because I feel like my throat is tickling and I'm about to start choking. So actually, let me take the drink first so that I can concentrate. I've just been burning some Palo Santo before I started the reading, so it might be the smoke residue that's giving me a tickle. So let's try again. Let's get your advice. Nope. Nope. Still don't trust them. Try again. Gemini's advice, please, for October. Yes. You have Temperance. Okay. So I'm going to move those a bit along because I have my camera at a weird angle today. I had to shift things around a bit and it feels like it's at an odd angle where everything's not visible. So let's get you an oracle card from the Power of Surrender deck as well. Okay, so what else does Gemini need to know for October? Yes, we will take all of them. Okay, first of all, you have surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. If it doesn't work to try to fix someone, each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. You also have surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. And you also have surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others, to be surrounded by positive people. And we are going to get you a card from the Le Vampires deck as well. It's one of my favourite oracle decks. I think I've mentioned before, and if I haven't mentioned before, I've mentioned in every October reading that I am actually, I've always been a fan of vampires. I've loved horror movies from an inappropriately young age. One of my favourite vampire movies of all time is a 1980s movie called The Lost Boys. And I really loved the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie from the 90s as well. But let's see here what you get, and I don't know where I'm going to fit everything on the table today, but let's see. I'm getting yes, there's 2 of them. So I'm going to have to squeeze everything in a bit, and I'll kick the camera again. I keep doing that, this batch of readings. So you have reason, listen to advice, think clearly, intellect, and that kind of feels like it's that Page of Swords, King of Swords energy, and I will sort them out in a minute. And you have seduction, allure, desire, manipulation. Is that relating to that unhealthy relationship there? Could it be that King of Wands potentially? Because he would be the one that's quite seductive, wouldn't he? So let's set these up. How am I going to do this today? How do I want to do it? Let's try that. So I have to shift everything back over. Okay, hopefully you can see all of those pretty clearly. I think that's okay, isn't it? I think you can see that. So let's start off clarifying now. Let's start off with that 10 of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. So that could be like a dream or desire you have. It could be to do with your legacy. It could be to do with having a family. You wouldn't be the first sign. I think more than one sign this month has had some sort of desire or aspiration to either meet, have a partner, or to have a family, or something about their shared happiness. Because the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, I mean the 10 of Cups isn't here. But looking at the 10 of Pentacles, it's like family, legacy. There's multiple people there. It's very rare that there would be a 10 of Pentacles card with less than 2 people. I mean, you do get some 10 of Pentacles where it's literally just the Pentacles, but where there are people in it, it's always more than one person. So let's clarify Knight of Cups and 10 of Pentacles together. So we have the Page of Cups, and there are multiple people in this particular card as well. That looks like emotional expression. We have the Emperor. Anything else? I've actually realised I'm really hungry right now, so I don't know why I've started a reading hungry. I was all right before, but suddenly very, very hungry. But we'll get through this. We have the King of Pentacles. He's shown up quite a lot in this month's readings, actually. For a lot of the readings, it's been that he is, and he's present in this Ten of Pentacles. I mean, if you saw the King of Pentacles in the Everyday Witch deck, it's the same character, like literally the same character, along with the Queen of Pentacles. I think which one of these is the Page of Pentacles? I can't remember. I think it might be that one, and then one of them is the Wands. One of the pages are one of Wands. But yeah, that is the ideal partner, isn't it? Someone stable, whether it's a man or a woman. It's somebody stable. It's somebody who's abundant. It's somebody who's prepared to build. And the Ten of Pentacles is like the end result of what you've built, isn't it? And what you continue to nurture. No, not taking that. That was very sudden. Nope. Gemini, what's going on? Your cards are difficult to come out today. Or they've come out and there's like 50 of them are coming out. Okay, there we go. Although it's dropped on the floor, there we go. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords. I'm going to carry on before I say anything. The Moon, that doesn't surprise me. Anything else? We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, I'm just looking and taking in the cards. Is there an issue here with somebody's emotional maturity? That's something that's come into mind. You may have an aspiration to have a stable, secure family, like the one here, where it's kind of a legacy, you're building a legacy together. But you may have someone here potentially who is emotionally mature. You might be desiring maturity and you're not getting it, because we've got the Page of Cups, which it is someone who lacks maturity, not because there's anything wrong with them, but just they're young, aren't they? It's usually a child. These are adults. I know you have the Emperor here, who is is stable. The King of Pentacles for me often is like a not a downgrade. That sounds bad. Not a downgrade, but like minor arcana version of the Emperor in a way. You've got the Eight of Swords here, so there's something being held back. And then with the Moon here, there's something unclear. And again, that Knight of Wands feels a bit like a lack of progression or maturity in some sort of way. Let's clarify, what are we going to clarify? Let's clarify the Emperor, first of all, on its own. So I've been calling these, when I clarify clarifiers now, I call it sub-clarifiers. So what's the sub-clarifier for the Emperor? Okay. I'm going to clarify the King of Pentacles as well. Let me get one more for the Emperor, and then I will get something else for the King of Pentacles, because I'll honestly admit that I'm finding it hard to no, that's too many. Finding it hard to decipher your messages. I mean, as I say, the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands clearly look like some sort of emotional lack of maturity, but the ones in the middle are a bit confusing. Okay, I was getting a sense of holding back with the Eight of Swords and the Moon together, and with that Nine of Wands as well, that does look like a bit of holding back too. Let's get something for the King of Pentacles. We get the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, And the Four of Wands, okay. So there is a possibility, and with those, you've got the surrender and healthy relationship card there, and that seduction card there. You may be around someone who lacks emotional maturity, and not just emotional maturity, but maturity in general in terms of committing in whatever way you need them to commit. And you may be sort of hoping and wishing that they would sort of get to that point of maturity. Let's move these up here a little bit. Okay, I'm going to clarify the moon here. We've got Justice. We have the Six of Pentacles, okay. And we'll get one more, but I don't have an idea what that means. Nope. We've got the Knight of Cups as well. It's giving a similar energy. This may be fear around getting what you want, of getting what's fair to you, because you've got Justice here, which is it's what's fair and balanced. Six of Pentacles is a card of balance, and it's generosity, isn't it? It's give and take. That would be fairness. And then the Knight of Cups would be your hopes and dreams. So it's almost like you may potentially have a person around you where your hope and dream is for them to step up and be more mature, and for things to be fair and balanced. But you may not be getting that from them, possibly. And it could potentially relate to a family situation with that Ten of Pentacles. It could be other things as well. Anything that requires stability and commitment, it's like you need someone to step up. Again, as I say, that King of Pentacles would be the ideal, wouldn't it? It's where, I mean, the Hermit is someone that would have learned life's lessons and matured, and you would want someone to have gone through that and change, so that they can become stable and committed, which the Four of Wands is about building foundations. It can be about commitment as well, in terms of if it's a marriage fasting ceremony. It doesn't have to be about marriage, but it can be about commitment to building a foundation. With the Emperor card here, it looks like there's resistance to something. Resistance to something that would create happiness and be satisfying. And there's something about not showing true colors here as well. So is this you? Is this an external person that lacks commitment, whether it is in a relationship that's romantic or something else, some other aspect of life? Okay, I'm going to put these, right, I'm going to put the sub-clarifiers back in the deck so that I've got enough to clarify the rest of the cards, and see if we can make more sense of it from the rest of the cards as well. Because this one is a little bit baffling, to be honest. So hopefully the other cards will make it clearer. But I would say initially, just looking at the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles alone, it's about aspirations that you may have regarding your legacy, commitment, building something strong, something lasting. So let's put these on top of that Knight of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. I mean, you have had a recent reading, probably in the last month or so, about bringing a dream to life and laying. Yeah, you've got a lot about. Is it you that's had it about laying foundations, or am I thinking of Taurus? I think it might be you. Let's have a look at the Hermit, which is your specific energy. Nope. Okay, try again. And I've missed a card, so we will put that one on top of, put it under, because it was the last card, wasn't it? So the Hermit, Four of Pentacles, okay. Magician, Anything else? You may be holding on to something. If this was a relationship, it's something that you may be holding on to in the hopes of manifesting whatever it is you want. Queen of Swords. Who are you missing? So you're missing the Knight of Swords. You've got the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Page of Swords as well. The Tower. Okay. What follows on from the Tower? Five of Wands. So there's a conflict of some sort here. I'm hearing bringing things to a head with that. Let's clarify the Tower on its own. That Magician and the Queen of Swords together is where I'm getting a headache from this. I'm not sure why. Probably because I'm hungry. Maybe this is doing your head in. It's where you come into your power and you set boundaries. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. Let's clarify the Tower on its own. I may clarify that Four of Pentacles on its own as well, actually. You may, as I say, because you've got certain cards here around relationships, you may be holding on to a relationship where you don't know if the person's going to commit or not. Right, the Tower, we have the King of Wands again. And that came up as the external energy. Anything else? There's a possibility that you could be involved with somebody who's so busy making their own plans and desiring just their own life and their own lifestyle and doing things their own way that they may not be in a position at this point in time where they want to or can commit. Let's get further clarification on that Tower. That's the vibe I'm getting from the King of Wands. He's like doing his own thing. Oh, and we've got the Queen of Wands now. Wow. So somebody else got this as well, but you may be considering if this is relationship related, and it doesn't have to be. I mean, legacy can be anything, can't it? It can be what you're building in terms of your career, your lifestyle, your home life, your extended family, not just a partner or a spouse. With this Tower here, there may be potentially an epiphany that has come up a lot for this batch of readings. But there may be a sudden change here in terms of contemplating if this is a person, let's say, for example, if this person is your match, if you still want to pour your heart into it, basically, because the Ace of Cups is your emotions. Do you still want to give to this or not? It looks like there's a conflict there. And as I say, the Magician and the Queen of Swords together is the confidence, and confidence in setting boundaries, I would say, or in knowing what you want and knowing what you want to do. And sometimes the Queen of Swords is known for, I believe she's known for cutting people out. Let's clarify that Four of Pentacles on its own. I mean, the Hermit is a card of deep contemplation and soul searching, isn't it? So it wouldn't surprise me if you were thinking about this. Right, we have the Wheel of Fortune. There's a desire for change with that Four of Pentacles, but it seems like you are holding on, or there's a need for change. Two cards of change, of transformation here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Death card. Anything else? The Chariot, I mean, that's moving on, isn't it? Moving on from something or moving forward, progression. Maybe there's a desire for progression and there isn't any. The Four of Pentacles is stagnant energy, but it looks like there's a desire for change. Tower's a massive change as well. So one more for the Four of Pentacles, please. Temperance. That's where you would like things to be balanced and harmonious. And then you have the Four of Pentacles, and again, that to me looks like contemplation. It's like he's almost meditating in there, isn't he? I'm getting the word peace as well. Okay, so again, I'm putting the sub-clarifiers back in the deck. So I would say the Hermit card, your energy is one of very carefully contemplating a need that you need change. You need something to change, I feel, is what is coming up with that. You want things to change. Let me just get something for the Five of Wands actually before I put it away. Why does the Five of Wands come out? Okay, anything else? I'm getting something here with this Five of Wands as a conflict in terms of you wanting to be seen and heard. I mean, the Hierophant again can be a card of commitment. So if it's relationship related, you may be wanting commitment. That may be what your desire is with that Knight of Cups. But it feels like it's more about being seen and heard and honoring what it is that you want. And you've got the Hermit there again. So you are definitely considering what it is that you want. But it seems to be a huge challenge getting what you want. Okay, so these are sub-clarifiers again. So I'm going to put them back in the deck. And I'm going to put the main clarifiers on top of the Hermit, which is your energy. Let's clarify the King of Wands, which I feel is very likely another person in this particular, this reading. Just bear with me, Gemini. I've got like 10 or more cards to put back in the deck, and I put them in different places. I don't just put them back on top. I don't want them to go in the same order. So I'm going to shuffle again as well. Okay, King of Wands. Let's see what the King of Wands is about as an external energy. Three of Pentacles. So I'll put that there. Eight of Pentacles. Judgment. Anything else? Seven of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. Right, I'm just going to look at your cards again because I am getting a particular message, but so this could go a couple of ways, right? This King of Wands, it could be an external person, and the clarifying cards could be what you think of this person or what you desire from this person. So say if it's a partner or someone that you're working together with or collaborating with, you do want things to come together. You want them to put the effort and energy in. I feel that you do want to continue to work on this. If it's something that's been going downhill, it's something that you would like to continue to work on with the Judgment card alongside the Eight of Pentacles, and put your time, energy and effort into to create that 10 of Cups, which is, to me, it's similar to the 10 of Pentacles energy. That's if you're the person that is seeking commitment or whatever it is. On the other hand, there is a possibility that this person is willing, I'd say you want them to be someone that wants to do all of this. But if it's the other way around, where this person is willing to do all of this, say if somebody is wanting to commit to you, you could be the person who's kind of struggling to, you could be the one who's struggling to commit, to be honest, with that Four of Pentacles, because that's stagnant energy, isn't it? You may have other dreams and desires that you want to pursue, and you're not really potentially focused on committing. So it could go either way. Okay. But there's definitely something here about committing and working towards long-term stability and happiness. Let's clarify that Four of Swords and see what we get from that. Right, so you have the Ace of Wands, Five of Cups, and Four of, okay, Four of Cups. Let's get something more for that. Yeah, take that one, but I'll leave the rest. Get one more. That was that way, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. So I'm getting the impression here that someone, that there's been like a break, if it was a relationship, romantic or otherwise, there's been a break here in the past. This may be something where you are rekindling something and starting a new chapter. There probably was some sort of disappointment or hurt or pain in the past. Four of Cups here again suggests a break to me. This Seven of Wands here is standing up for what you want. Again, as I say, there may have been a break in the past if it's with another person. I mean, sometimes it can be with family, can't it, where you stop talking to family for a while. But there's something here where there was some sort of confusion or deception. And the Seven of Swords here, I mean, it can be about taking a risk. If it was something where you wanted to rekindle something with someone, it is risky. There is the possibility there could have been deception. I mean, the Seven of Swords is typically, the meaning behind it is usually giving us deception. That's not usually my first instinct with it. My first instinct is usually taking a risk or not being honest with yourself. But here, I am getting a vibe that there could have been deception, especially with that Seven of Cups there as well. That can be confusion. It can be looking at other options. So as much as I don't like to go down the toxic relationship route, there is a possibility if it's a person that you were involved with romantically, they could have been seeing other people, to put it lightly. And if you were going to rekindle something with someone like that, then you sure as hell would probably be in the Four of Pentacles energy of being very protective of yourself, and that Hermit energy of thinking very carefully about rekindling with someone. Again, if it's a family member, it could be a family member that was quite deceptive in the past. I mean, say if the person was a drug user or something, you might want to sort of rekindle, is that the right word for rekindling a relationship with a family member, reviving a relationship with a family member, and it would be difficult to trust them, or it may not even be drugs. Some people are just liars, plain and straight, aren't they? If it was a business partner, or somebody you want to go into business with, maybe you have reasons not to trust them and you're thinking very carefully about whether or not you want to do this. I mean, you have got a lot of cards of contemplation here, and then you have that reason card, reason, listen to advice, think clearly, intellect. So you are thinking carefully. It looks like you are definitely the one who's thinking very carefully about whether you want to be involved with this person, whoever they are. But there is a desire here to create something or build something. I'll use the word build specifically, long term. Whether, as I say, if it's romantic, building a romantic relationship, a family. If it's business, building a business together. If it's a family member, just sort of putting the pieces of the family back together. If it's a relative. Okay. Let's go to that King of Swords and Page of Swords. So that is where that reason card would come in. It does feel kind of like that Hermit energy and the contemplation energy again. Of thinking about what to do. I mean, at the beginning we had the surrender, the idea you can fix someone card, and surrender and healthy relationships card. Also seduction, allure, desire, manipulation. This person could have been manipulative in the past. There may be trust issues there. Let's clarify the King of Swords and the Page of Swords and see what comes up for that. So we've got the Queen of Wands. So that to me is about standing up for yourself. I mean, the King of Swords will stand up for themselves as well. With that King of Swords, it's thinking logically, but the Page of Swords for me suggests needing more information. And I'm also getting something coming to mind about someone proving their worth, proving that they are trustworthy as well. So I take the Queen of Wands and the Empress to be you, where again, standing up for yourself, the Empress is, she's abundant, isn't she? I would say you're in a state of abundance and you want someone to match that energy. So if there is a person that you are becoming involved with again or building something with, then you want them to bring that same energy of abundance, don't you? But let's see what else comes after that. Oh, nope, definitely not. I am actually very, very hungry now. So yeah, that may be why my concentration is not 100% there. I don't recommend doing readings when you're hungry. It doesn't help at all. I mean, I did question myself as I'm doing the reading if it's right, because if I feel a reading is not right, I will literally just cut it off half. Even if I filmed like half an hour and I feel it's not right, I'll cut it off, scrap it and start again. I do actually feel the reading's right, but as I say, I'm hungry, so it's taking me longer to try and decipher the messages. And yeah, I'm asking myself mentally again, is this right? It feels right. It's just taking me longer to figure it out. Anything else? Okay. Let's see what you've got. You have the Hanged Man and the Six of Cups. So this could be someone from your past. I will get one more. We have the Ten of Wands. So this person, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me with the cards that have come up. They could have created a burden in the past, just because the Six of Cups is there with the Ten of Wands. And you may be thinking, are they going to do that again? Are they just going to be burdensome again? I'm going to clarify the Hanged Man on its own. Nope. That almost feels like where you learned something about this person, but let's get that out. Six of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Three of Cups. I mentioned something earlier, I believe, about being seen and heard, where I think the Six of Wands came out previously, and was it the Six of Wands? I think so, about being seen and heard. This is where you may have learned something about relationships and about being seen and heard in relationships, and genuinely supported with that Three of Cups, because the Nine of Pentacles, for me, this one looks so lonely, and I've said it in many readings. It's like she has everything she needs practically, physically, but it's like she's completely isolated. And then in between cards such as the Three of Cups, which for me is about friendship, it's about community, it's about support. Six of Wands here is where you see someone being respected, admired, listened to. As I say, you may have learned something about being seen and heard. Maybe you're contemplating if this person is back in your life, or you're involved with them again, or you're trying to build with them again, will they give you this? Will they be supportive of you and listen to you and appreciate you and value you as well with that Six of Wands? Let's get something to clarify this Six of Cups. Gemini, your cards are just flying. I don't know if it's because I'm hungry or if your cards are just flying in general. I almost ripped my mic off then as well in the process. Okay, someone's trying to call me, but I'll call them back shortly. Right, so we're clarifying the Six of Cups. Go. That's disappointment in the past, isn't it? I'll get another one to follow on from the Eight of Wands. There may have been disappointment around communication. I mean, you did get quite a lot of swords, didn't you? But let's see. Or progression, potentially. I'm getting the thought, the Hierophant did come out before, didn't it, as well, where I was talking about getting what you want. There could have been disappointment in the past in terms of making your intentions known and having them met as well, in terms of communication around what you want your intentions to be. Let's get one more for that. Wheel of Fortune, the star. Yeah, in terms of getting what you want. So say, for example, you were involved with somebody romantically, and you wanted, your long-term intention or long-term plan was always that you wanted a family, that you were going to settle down eventually, even if it meant you had to date them for a number of years or whatever. The long-term plan was always to have a family. There's something around that where maybe you didn't communicate with them clearly, and you settled for whatever they had to offer, or maybe you did communicate it with them and they said, oh yeah, I'm going to change in time eventually, but then they didn't live up to that potentially. But there's disappointment here around that, and it looks like there was a desire for change, but with the disappointment card there, it probably didn't happen. So again, as I say, the main point of this current energy, I would say, is you contemplating if you're going to get what it is that you want. And I think with the King of Wands there, that's quite a stern energy. They know what they want and they're willing to say what they want as well. So I feel like now, however you are connected to this person, you are going to stand up for yourself, and you're going to get whatever it is that you want. You're determined to get whatever it is that you want. You wouldn't settle for them just telling you, oh yeah, I'm going to change, I'm going to do this. No, you'd want to see, you want them to prove it, is what I'm getting from that. They need to prove it. They need to prove that they can, is it walk the talk, I believe? I think that's the way you put it. I mean, the King of Wands. So as much as it looks like this person is making the effort, and I'm going to look at their cards again, actually. As I said, this could be what you desire from them, or it could be that they're willing to do this. Maybe they have changed, because you've got the Judgment card there. This person, probably more so in the past, and they could potentially be this way now. It's the King of Wands, isn't it? He is the seductive, alluring person, and then in his shadowy energy would be manipulative. So there could be contemplation here about if that's what he's going to be about. Is he just seductive and alluring and manipulative again, or have they actually grown up? The seduction card could be more fears. It's a case of assessing with these cards. Surrender the idea you can fix someone, and surrender unhealthy relationships. For me, it's more about assessing if this person is the real deal, I would say. It's more assessing that. And then you using your intuition and your discernment and your reasoning, then you decide and you figure out whether this person can match up to what you need. And if not, if it's an unhealthy relationship, then it's something that you may have to let go. Yeah, you can't fix anyone. They have to be willing to be responsible for their own healing, and to improve themselves and better themselves if that's something that's needed. And to treat you better if they haven't treated you as well as they could in the past. If they haven't honoured you, then it's their choice to learn to do that. All you can do is express your needs, and then it's up to them if they match it or not. You can't force them. You can't force them to be what you want them to be. So let's clarify the World as a potential future energy. So that is a new beginning. That is a new chapter. Let's see what comes out with that. 5 of Pentacles. So to be honest, there is a possibility that you may have to leave this person behind with that coming up. Okay. I mean, it could be. Let's get a bit more, and then I'll see if I can remember what I actually want to say about this. The Hermit's come out as well, hasn't it? Okay. Anything else? I'm not surprised that Wheel of Fortune is there again. Is it me, or does the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit keep coming up next to each other in this reading? It's a strange one. Right, okay. King of Swords. That would be setting your boundaries. You've got one that's fallen. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Right, so 2 ways that this could go. Number 1, so this is the World we're clarifying. This is going into a new cycle after coming out of an old cycle. First way this could go is that You leave the past, you leave any past disappointments behind, and you both are able to move on together towards something stable, to build a new foundation, where you're ready to plant a new seed. The Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune here suggest change, where someone, whoever needed to become more mature, because I'm getting maturity from the Kings here, somebody's become more mature and you are able to move forward together. The King of Cups would be like emotional maturity, gaining emotional intelligence after going into like hermit mode and doing soul searching, etc. The King of Swords would be that you've learned better reasoning and logical skills and how to communicate with each other better, and then you can be ready to take a leap of faith and move on together. So that's one way it could go. The other way it could go is that you may have to leave that person behind in order to build a new foundation, plant new seeds. This Hermit could be you, where you've learned to express yourself more. You've learned more about your emotions and how to manage your emotions, and you're ready to take a leap of faith on your own. It literally does depend on your circumstances, but it's after assessing if this person, again, may be romantic, may not be romantic, whatever it is, assessing if they can meet your needs, basically. And surrender to play here is making me think of that Fool card, so that would be the future kind of energy. And it's also an energy as well, surrender to play, where when you want to have to feel like you're trying to parent people, especially in romantic relationships, you don't want to have to feel like you're having to parent people. You want them to be responsible for their own behavior. You're responsible for your own behavior. You've both got a level of maturity, but things can be easy as well. And you can have that playfulness and enjoyment between you and enjoy each other's company. But if someone can't meet your needs and they can't give you what you need, then it won't feel playful, will it? It's just going to feel stressful. So I think that's all I can say about that. I'm going to put these cards back. Let's put these on top of the World here. Let's clarify Temperance as your advice. The first thing that's come into mind here is balanced perspective. Temperance can be about balance, a card that represents balance. It's not usually about perspectives, but here I'm getting the word balanced perspective. So whatever decisions you are making with regard to this person and this situation, I'm getting balanced perspectives. Anything else? Yeah, we will take these two. So you've got the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords, and one way of balancing the perspectives is to honor your truth, I would say, with the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords as well. Knight of Swords can be about expressing your truths as well. Page of Swords can be about expressing truth as well, but it's new truth. So whatever you've learned through this experience or from other experiences, don't be afraid to express that, and also be open to learning more as well. But the main thing I'm getting is honouring your truths will help to give you a balanced perspective. Anything else? I mean, Justice is a card of balance. It's also a card of fairness, and it would be a card of honouring your truths, wouldn't it? You've got the Emperor, not the Emperor, sorry, the High Priestess there. That's about trusting your intuition, trusting what you know, trusting what you've learned. And again, that does come into balanced perspectives. What was first? I think Queen of Pentacles, I'm going to put her next. That's your values as well, honouring your values. I'm going to get, okay, the Five of Swords at present, it looks like, so I'm just going to be repeating myself here, valuing your truths, what you know, what you value against all odds, basically. But let's clarify that Five of Swords. When there's opposition, say if with this person there's conflict and maybe they do try to manipulate you, since that manipulation card is there, it's honouring yourself above all. And Temperance is also a card of harmony, isn't it, as well? So Five of Swords, let's see what comes up for that Five of Swords. Yeah, it's been willing to stand up, because I did get that a few times, didn't I, with the Queen of Wands, and I think the Seven of Swords was there. Standing up for yourself, standing up for your needs, your values, what you want. Nope. Yep, okay, yep. Anything else? We have the Two of Wands, and that feels like a cliffhanger, so I'm going to get one more. It's about choices, actually. Okay, the Two of Wands and the... My eyesight is really going downhill here. I'm not even that old and it's going downhill. Knight of Pentacles. It feels like honouring your choices, I feel. Honouring your choices. I don't know how that... Let's get another one. Yeah, honouring your choices, honouring your desires, honouring what it is you want to choose, should I say as well. Like basically not settling, if you want to simplify it. It's definitely about not settling, standing up for what it is you want, and moving and progressing towards that. Don't let anything interfere with your progression or what you want, I would say. Hopefully that makes sense. It does kind of make sense to me. It took us a long time to get there. I'm just trying to look at the clock. Wow, does it say 51 minutes? I've been talking for 51 minutes. Okay. This is what happens when you're hungry and you try to do something that takes a lot of energy out of you. So I won't be doing that again. I'll make sure I eat next time. So I'm going to get a final card of advice for you from the African Goddess Rising deck as well. There we go. And you have Rage, the Medusa card Rage. This has come up a few times actually, or maybe once this month. We'll get you one more, even though I know your reading is already long and I'm dragging it out even more, but it must be for a reason. It must be relevant. Anything else? And you have, well, oh, one more. I thought it was two more. You have Creativity, Seven Sisters Creativity. Let's see what those are telling us. So we'll do the Rage card first, and I kind of already know what this means because it's come up quite a few times. That number bloody 23 again, that keeps on haunting me. I keep saying this, that the number 23 has been haunting me since July. Keep seeing it everywhere and on everything. Right. So Medusa Rage. Medusa is feared as an ugly, vicious monster bitch. The truth, this Libyan Berber dark goddess of wisdom's rage, is sacred, epic, and fully justified. You are pissed off and petrified, angry and shaking, but underneath that you are hurt and heartbroken. Feeling undervalued is overwhelming. You can't stay silent anymore. Let your joys, hopes, and beauty rage on. Take a breath, close your eyes, and put both hands over your lower abdomen. Tune into the part of you that feels out of control. Flood it with loving, healing, golden light. Now put both hands over your heart and do the same. You have a right to your full range of emotions, including anger. Sacred rage inspires us to run for office, lead protests, and shift policies, but unhealthy rage can devour your very soul. Get clear on what is really happening. Allow yourself to feel your feelings to see the truth. Just because you feel threatened does not mean you are being threatened. The declaration says, I have a right to feel my feelings. So you may be experiencing some frustration with this person, or have experienced it in the past, and that's something that needs to be... I mean, sometimes if you've been through a shitty experience with someone and you decide to rekindle with them, you hold on to past hurts, don't you? Like healing and forgiveness doesn't happen overnight, and maybe if you are going to move forward with someone and progress with someone and rebuild with someone, there may be past hurts that you need to get over. I mean, because they can be quite triggering, can't they? Even if you rekindle something with someone and their behavior and the way they treat you improves drastically and it's much better because of past experiences with them and like unprocessed pain and hurt and anger and whatever, any little thing they do can trigger you and piss you off. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for that. Could be present rage and anger and frustration as well, but yeah, it could be past. So let's look at this Seven Sisters Creativity card, if I can find it. So this one says, The Seven Sisters were a mystical New Orleans family of identical master psychics and conjure women who never aged, but were they? Were the Seven Sisters one shape-shifting woman or seven? Time will never tell. Create, create, create. You come from conjurers and creators your blood remembers. Use your gifts to multiply your magic. You are a cosmic creatrix and creative force. You are a divine nation with one person. How creative do you allow yourself to be? Break out of your comfort zone and into your creative fertility. You have the power that creates planets, so yes, you are creative. No one else's opinion matters here. Let your inner child play to awaken your creativity. Creating is birthing, is manifesting. The declaration says, I am a creative visionary. You've got that playful thing again, childlike playfulness. I would say with this, in terms of creativeness, it's more about your manifesting abilities, your ability to manifest whatever it is then you want. And to do that, you have to honor your values, honor your truths, honor what it is that you want to choose, honor what it is that you want, and then you create whatever it is that you want. So I'm going to leave it there. This has been a very, very long reading. Thank you for watching the video, if you've managed to stick through it. If you would like this book, again, send me an email and I will let everyone know, if anyone wants it, on Friday the 13th who gets it. Feel free to leave your comments. And until the next video, take care.